Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Oh, wait, no, I'm not hiding in a bush. Welcome back to WoW Dragonflight. I think I need to catch you guys up on some progress that I have been making since the last part. You know, for one thing, yes, we're going to finally be doing the next quest that shows up here at level 24 of the Dragonscale Expedition called In the Hall of Titans, which is the last story quest you get from these renown reps, basically, which will give a separate achievement. Although I do feel the need to let you guys know how I've been doing on my own in terms of progress, in case you're curious. Plus, I almost feel like I want to go ahead and not necessarily just show off, more so just kind of, share an accomplishment, I guess, if you want to take a look at the bottom right there. You'll also notice this cool extra effect. This is a transmog I'm currently working on. I kind of changed things up because the mythic look for the raid is more purplish, including the warglaives here, which I was able to get, which I think look really cool, especially since I was able to add the Nether Flame weapon enchantment to it, illusion there. But several of these pieces are from Mythic Aberrus. No, I have not actually gotten them from Mythic bosses, but rather I have gotten them via Mythic Plus, and then have been able to take them to the Catalyst and convert them into pieces for that set. So I have quite a few pieces here from what's labeled Mythic Aberrus, even though I actually have not even attempted any of the Mythic bosses. I do want to take on the first one in Mythic. I've heard that's not that bad, but that's no surprise. Usually the first boss is always not that bad in a raid. It's like, yeah, sure, here's the first boss, and kind of lets you dip your toes in the water and test your feet to see if you are good enough. If you're curious how I'm doing gear-wise, hovering around 442, basically. There are some pieces here I can't upgrade anymore. Actually, nothing. I can't upgrade anything else here anymore, and I would like to replace with something better, like my headpiece and my hands. I can only have up to 437. I'd like to switch those out for something stronger item-wise, but I want to keep them because they, keep my stats, that I have right now. You'll notice that I have a lot of a crit, over 6,000, a lot of haste, and a decent amount of mastery. I have almost every piece that can have a socket have one. In case you're curious about my current setup right here, I just added a socket to these wrists today, and I'm mainly using the gems that increase both my critical strike and my haste, just in case you're curious how I'm doing. With, I've got these 447 boots. These are the toxic thorns. They do a very large amount of damage. Now, it's also worth noting, you'll probably also notice, I've got these two rings. One of the reasons why I really like these is that this has leech on it as well. I have the 447 fragment, which is supposed to give a huge damage boost. And I've also finally gotten the fragment, or not the fragment, this was the fragment, the anvil to drop. So the other night, I want to go ahead and show off a few achievements here. Let me see if I can pull it up here. It's not there. Oh, wait, no, here it is. Yeah, so the other night we did the Glory of the Aberrus Raider achievement. We were able to pull that off, and during that run, that's when the anvil trinket dropped for me. I do have the bomb dispenser trinket. I'm currently using this right now because I kind of like this a little bit more. It actually works alongside the fragment. If you use the bomb, it puts the fragment on a cooldown. So you can't really use them at the same time like you can with these two. So, especially if you're doing it like a tyrannical boss, the fact that this can just keep stacking is pretty nice. I just wish I had the higher version of it. I want to go get another kill on the amalgamation in heroic and get the heroic version of this so I can upgrade it even more. But yeah, so we were able to pull that off, and just so you guys can see it, hold on, that's not it. Feats of strength. There it is. Head of the curve, Sarkareth. pretty happy about that. And Keystone Heroes Season 2. Rating of 2,500 during Dragonflight Season 2. I was also able to pull off a level 20 of Neltharion's Lair, which gives me the ability to teleport to the dungeon entrance, which is pretty handy, I will admit. It's the only one I've been able to do a 20 in time. Unfortunately, I've also had some problems where some dungeons at level 20, people have just given up too early and have left, and it kind of ruins the key. This happened with me in Vortex Pinnacle just the other night. We were doing a 20, and someone thought there was no way we could pull it off, and before we even got to the first boss, he left, and it just ruined the 20 key, which was mine, by the way. Wasn't too happy about that. You'll also notice this. Yes, I actually have done the Mega Dungeon. I am waiting until Heroic comes out to show it to you guys. As much as I would like to show it to you, it would take a really good group and a group who knows what they're doing to pull it off. I feel like I'd be able to actually better handle showing it to you guys in Heroic than I would in Mythic. So I'll be able to show you guys the story that way. I do need to do another run, though, so I can continue to get more of these fragments, which I can use to make another crest. There we go. So I need to be able to collect more of these, so I can be able to get more of these crests right here, so I can be able to use them to either craft something else higher at 447 or recraft something else at 447. But yeah, so that's kind of giving you guys the idea of where I'm at gear-wise, progression-wise. But what we're actually here today is to finally do the quest in the Halls of Titan.
What can I do for you? Keep the wind in your sails.
Oh, it's great to have Toddy and Naleda back. Now if only I could enjoy some peace and quiet in this tent.
Look always to the sea.
A message came in for you. It's from Toddy.
Good day to you. Smooth sailing.
Toddy and Naleda are preparing to head out. Meet at the Seal Titan facility in Thaldraszus. Apparently they've made a breakthrough. Be sure to bring any pertinent information back for cataloging.
Safe passage to you.
She says there was a message, and I don't see the message. What message? Give me the message! There we go. Alright, so if I recall... Yeah, it was over here. Break on through.
How are you?
To the other side. You can't tell me they weren't thinking that when they... They always love to make these references when it comes to naming the quests in this game. You know that's what they were thinking. I also have been working on some old content progression as well. You'll notice over here, I have been taking the time to finally get this done, the Glory of the Legion Hero achievement. I am one achievement away. Now, for the record, most of these I was able to do by myself. There's just two that require you to have a group of people. One is this one, Poor Unfortunate Souls. You have to have 5 people to do this. And the other is this one, I Got What You Need. I got what you need. That also requires at least 4 people, though if you bring a 5th, they will also get the achievement. I know this because when we did it, all 5 of us got the achievement. So that's, I just want to go ahead and let you guys know that max level, it can solo most of these. There's just 2 you'll need to get some people for, some friends, guildmates, whoever. But all the rest of these you can do, it's just going to take you some time. Some of these you're either going to be spending time working on, like for a good amount of time. Some others you're just going to have to do multiple runs of. Like this one right here, it's literally going to take me 3 more runs of Blackrook Hold to get this done, because only one of these pages spawns every week. And remember, it's Mythic, so you can't reset it. You have to wait a week for the lockout to end and then be able to do it again. But all the rest of these I was able to pull off. Even one of these, probably the most annoying one to do. Some of these you can probably just do just by one-shotting the boss, because some of these are like, hey, kill the boss without getting hit by such and such. The one that really, got me, was, bothering me and really upsetting me was, let's see, where is it? This one I was finally able to do today. I had done this in previous old difficulties. I didn't know that that was what you need to do in Mythic. The problem was getting her to spawn. But all these others are totally fine to do. The only one I had any actual problems or issues with that actually like took me a while to do was... Let's see, where is it? Here, right here, this one. This one right here, Stay Salty. I had to basically just run around in a circle, probably for an hour, just letting her build up all of those little globules, just to make sure they were all behind me in a line. And before I did the cast where I breathed out the Dispel, I had to like quickly turn around and move backwards to make sure they stayed in a line, otherwise they kind of like swarm around you. So that way I could hit all 11 of them at once. But it takes a while. You have to like be running around in a circle, just trying to stay ahead, because sometimes, even if they're like right here, like right around where you are, and you breathe out, it'll still hit them somehow. So what I was doing, especially as a Demon Hunter, is just jumping around and gliding, because when you glide, you get an extra little movement speed boost. You move a little faster. So I was just constantly jumping around, double jumping and gliding to try and make sure I stayed ahead of the globules. Just a little advice for anyone who wants to go after those achievements.
Well, look what the wind blew in.
Oh, you made it! Oh, just in time, too.
Adventure calls, and we will answer.
Well, we finally figured out the placement of the third stone, and you get to do the honors. I've affixed the stone to what's left of the Watcher's staff. Just climb the scaffolding there, hold it up, and watch the show.
See you at the next adventure.
Well, we're about to open a Titan door. This shouldn't be dangerous at all. That's the spot! Now hold at the stuff! Gosh, I feel like we're back in Old War. And inside we find the fifth old god! Welcome, Tyr. Has been since the last visit, resuming active protocols. Stand by. Stand by. These teleporters are still operational. Incredible. Status. Hall of samples. Compromised. Aspects. Database. Data expired. Prime records. Intact. What does that mean? Wait. You see those Titan consoles? Can you imagine the secrets they hold? Oh, there must be a way through this barrier. Agreed. Well, where's Braun? Let's get Braun in here. He'll figure this out. He'll be like, hey! Let me out that console. I'll push some buttons and we'll get this going.
What adventure brings you here? Can I?
There's so much to see and we're just getting started.
Let's get moving. Plenty to be done.
Did you hear what that console said? There's a hall full of samples. Ancient Titan machinery, specimens from other worlds. Only Tears knows what's in there. Let's change that.
Can't wait to see
Hall
what
of
you discover.
Aspects, eh? Why would Tyr seal something like this away? Was he hiding something? The implications are staggering. Hopefully we'll find some answers in there.
Let's get moving. Plenty
And while
to
we're
be
exploring,
done.
we should find a way to get this barrier down. I gotta use these teleporters to go to these different halls. Gotcha. Let's pick this one first. The Hall of the Aspects. Wow, can you believe this place? I bet the family whiskers that we learn something if we have some quality time with those consoles.
Let's see what you've got.
Don't worry now, lady. I'll have Dreadneeks to watch my back. Keep an eye out while I'm working, alright? Right, I'll watch your back. Hold on a second, though.
Adventure
Just before
calls,
you do
and
anything,
we
hold
will
on.
answer.
Alright, let me look around here. There's security constructs. Yeah, I expect those to come alive any moment. Gosh, this almost looks like a museum to the aspects. There's one on Neltharion, the Earth Order, Malagos, Ysera, Nozdormu, another Evoker getting his legendary, Alexstrasza. I'm only mentioning that because it feels like every 5 minutes I'm seeing that text pop up in my window. Now, don't get me wrong, that actually makes me hopeful that maybe it won't be as difficult as I've heard it is to acquire that legendary because, well, this past week was time walking. it was Time Walking Burning Crusade. And, well, let's just say I spent a lot more time leveling alts than I did on my main this past week. I actually got several alts to level 70, including my Evoker finally. I finally decided to play some of my Evoker. I really like Devastation. The other two specs, I'm going to need some time to, like, really learn and practice, because even Augmentation, I was like, oof, okay, this is going to take a little bit of practice for me to really learn how to do this. Same thing with Preservation, but Devastation really grew on me. But yeah, I got several alts to 70, just letting you guys know about that. But I see that, and I'm like, because I looked up the stuff about the Legendary, I'm like, ooh, like, if I can, I would like to get it where he can at least do LFR Sarkareth, because the gem can drop from LFR, and then see whether or not I can actually show you guys the content of that quest line to be able to get my Legendary on my Evoker. You know, I'm not necessarily planning on using him for high content like I am my Demon Hunter here, but I would. It's still content, like, you know, like there's some story content in there, and I would like to show it on camera.
Go first, but
All right, I'll watch your back. Go ahead, Toddy.
The next adventure.
If we make it through this, I'll buy you a pint. Oh, thank you. I can't make heads or tails of these records. They're as convoluted as those time-traveling bronze dragons, she says as she's messing with the non-storm moves. There's the construct. Of course, I'm so high geared, these guys are falling to me easily. Interesting. Alex Shaws and Ysera were clutch mates. They had a brother, but it seems he fell sometime before the aspects were created. Yep. Best not to bring that up with her. I don't think Alex wants to talk about that. It looks like Ysera was always the gentle one. It says here that she thought peace could be made with the undead. Odd. Never history mentions the dragons fighting undead. Yeah, that's because of Galakron and his necromantic powers. It says here that before Malagos became an aspect, he almost succumbed to undeath. That doesn't make any sense. What undeath are they talking about? Galakron. That's what. Do you not know about Galakron, Toddy? And then, of course, Neltharion. Neltharion used to be one of Akshos's closest friends and confidants. Oh, must have broken her heart to see him fall to madness. Yeah, I knew the Barry Override would be on one of these. Yeah, to say it broke her heart is an understatement. Alright, press that final button and let's get out of here. I mean, if you guys remember what Deathwing tried to basically force Alexstrasza and Ysera to do, yeah, saying that he broke her heart is... That's putting it very lightly and kind of mildly, or, you know, even censoring the really horrible things that Deathwing tried to force upon her. But it's also interesting that they're using just the generic Black Dragon model there for Neltharion, because we can see that they're using the unique models that the aspects have here, just not for Neltharion. And of course they wouldn't show Deathwing's model, because why would they? But you'll also notice some of the different things that are like associated with the displays here, like armaments with, you know, a black one there, a blue crystal here with a couple of a few spell books here, a green crystal with a tree for Ysera, of course, a rose with a red crystal, and an hourglass and sand with a bronze one. That's funny. Oh, you're a natural. If this adventuring thing doesn't work out for you, I can set you up with a career in data entry. Yeah, no thanks.
Look what the wind blew in.
I don't care what Naleda says. I knew that you were the right choice from the beginning. Wait. Did she say something about me?
Can't wait to see what you discover.
Alright, well, I guess we go back to the teleporter. What did you say about me? And go to the other hall. The Hall of Samples. Oh, this is even better than I expected! You wanted broken stasis fields and dragons looking for trouble? Escaped drakes. Well, when you say it like that. Warning, containment breach, lockdown, security console inactive until containment. An escaped Earth proto-dragon. Let's just coax those dragons back under the stasis pod so we can reach that security console. Wait. You want me to what? And this a Titan lure? Use the Titan lure on an escaped proto-dragon. Lure them to the containment spheres. Alright, well, I guess we'll lure the ones that are kind of associated with these. So there's a fire, there's ice, there's air, and there's earth over there. Because of the primals. Get it? Yep. Hey, hey. Over here. Over here. Come on. Right here. There you go. The element is fire has been one of the most successful adoption rates of the species, with subjects able to hurl globs of fire hot enough to melt metal. Additionally, those infused with fire are responsible for more attempted outbreaks than the other proto-dragons combined. Are we about to learn something horrible here about how either the Titans or the Aspects actually created the primals? Like, is this how Iridikron and Varrock and the rest and Razageth were made? Because that's kind of messed up when you think about it, but then again, these are the Titans, so I wouldn't put it past them if they were like, no, it'll work, trust me. It'll work out. I think this is the air one. So let's go ahead and try to lure it over here. Come on. Come on, air. Over here. Infused with the element of air, this dragon has gained the ability to express gusts of wind from its body, resulting in an effective, if rudimentary, deterrent for nearby foes. The fact that this does not result in an equal but opposing force applied to the dragon implies the process is innately magical as opposed to mechanical. Hey, Earth. Over here. Over here. Come on. This proto-dragon has been imbued with the element of Earth. It exhibits an increase in scale density with a minor reduction in flexibility compared to baseline proto-dragons. 3 separate incidents have been recorded where the dragon has nearly breached the containment sphere. Taking a look at what's in here. 2 ancient proto-dragons, huh? Come on. Come on, ice. Over here. Come on. Come on. Come and get it. Containment achieved. Lockdown protocols terminated. Infused with the element of water, this proto-dragon has lost its fire-breathing capabilities and gained an equally lethal ability in its stead, the frozen possibilities of ice. The fact that a proto-dragon's complete inversion of their elemental tendency is not only possible but so thorough, generates an intriguing thought exercise. Oh, another legendary formed. See what I mean about how it pops up like every 5 minutes? Is there any element or even energy that, given the appropriate conduit, vessel, and time, proto-dragons are unable to integrate? There we go! If you wouldn't mind doing the honors. Well done. When you're ready, we'll head back to the main hall.
What adventure brings you
If
here?
you decide to retire from
Can I
adventuring,
join?
I'm sure that you could work as a dragon wrangler.
Adventure.
Now that you've accessed the
And
override
we will
consoles, we should be able to get past that barrier. I'll meet you back in the main hall and we'll see this through.
See you at the next adventure.
Now, I'm trying to remember who these two could be referring to. But I suppose that's something we will learn a bit more about later, I suppose.
Let's see what you've got.
Oh, that hard work is about to pay off.
Let's get moving.
The discs in here represent the sum of this facility's knowledge. We need to retrieve them. I'll bring the barrier down with this console. It'll be on you to retrieve the discs.
Can't wait to see what you discover. Go first, but I've got a story after.
Organic detected. Executing guest protocol. Guest
Adventure
protocol?
calls, and
That
we
seems
will
pleasant
answer.
enough. Tia really thought of everything. Evaluation pattern active. Organic. Demonstrate quality or prepare for deactivation. Oh. Well, at least the battery's down? I'll see what I can do here. This is your chance to grab the disc before things get any worse. Now, just as a reminder, that's very Titan. Demonstrate your quality or prepare for deactivation. Titan. Huh. Aha, so that's how this works. I see. Okay, so let me see if I have kind of an idea of how this works. So we grab this, and then I take this over here to deactivate it? Maybe? Through each of them, and it's like, yes! Ah! I am Tyr. I am a watcher. Ha ha! And that lets me collect this. Hello, fellow Titan Watchers. Yes. Ha ha! Alright, so there's that one disc. Got this one. Got this one. Yep. Nope. Nope. Oh, no, I got to go up here. No, I'm going to lose it. Ah, okay. That one's very short. And so I have to take it up there. Okay, I thought I had to go to the one on the side. No, you got to take it up there. Gotcha. I don't think I can dash with this. Alright, so let me go here. And then go to this one. Just barely make it. There we go. And then there's another one over here. Got it. Hey! No, I dropped the key. But I have, I guess, 2 of the 3 keys now, I think. Alright, so now let me go ahead and try this. Let me just take it, I guess, over here. Wait, was that what I was supposed to follow? Her bird over here going, hey! Take it over here! Right? Bring the key over here. Titan Disc 3 of 3. Warning, facility integrity failing. Commence evacuation protocols. Repeat, commence evacuation protocols. Oh, we're out! Ah! For a moment I got locked in. Oh, that was pretty close. Oh, wait, that was her. Oh, that was pretty close. All things considered, that ended better than I thought it would. Well, it'd certainly make a great story to tell back at camp. Darn tootin'! Beat that, Bran! Ha! She was compete with Bran. Meet us back there. We'll compare notes, and I'm pretty sure that I owe you a drink.
Well, look what the wind blew in.
I knew we could count on you.
Let's get moving. Plenty to be done.
It belongs in a museum. Eventually. Again, I love it when they name quests after references. Oh, waves of Titan security, escaped proto-dragons, keys that turn you into constructs. I'll just say it. I've never had so much fun in my life. Although Naleda will probably say that this is where the real fun begins. We're sitting on a trove of confidential Titan data, thanks to the effort that you put in. When you can, meet us up at the camp, and we'll compare notes.
Can't wait to see what you discover.
I just want to take note of some of the races of explorers here. So it looks like we've got a gnome, and we've got a couple of worgans over here. We got a human over here. We have a Nightborn over here. We have a Pandoran, a Volpera, a Orc, or a Maghar Orc, a Draenei. I'm just liking seeing the variety of different races here that are participating in this. Anyways. By the way, this is the Glory of the Abyss Raider mount. It's alright. I do like the lava molten aesthetic, but it's not exactly the, you know... I honestly think this is a cooler mount with that aesthetic than that one. I actually think... I would have preferred it if this had been the achievement mount rather than this thing, because I think this is a mount that I would have been more motivated to get right here. Yes, this one can fly, but look at this thing. I think this is a cooler mount, honestly. But, anyways. So, I've actually done, you'll probably notice when I use my Highland Drake, it's not the Elemental Drake anymore. That's because I, again, got the Infinite Scales to drop. I have it dropped for both my Proto Drake, but also my Highland Drake. So I thought, you know what, I've got all these cool customization options, but I can't use them when I use the Elementium Drake. So for now, I'm just going to go back to the default form and just, like, add various different customizations here, including my new Infinite Scales, which I think look really cool on it. Look at that. I like the Infinite Scales look, the black and white kind of look to it. I think it looks really cool. By the way, there is another really cool set of, like, infinite gear that you can get, which is the hard mode version where you can get a special cool looking set of gear, but it's only if you can actually pull it off. Let me see if I can actually show it to you guys here. No, it's not that. Let's see. Saffron's Bane. Lol. Is it this one? No, it's not that one. So there's a set of gear that you can get for doing a special hard mode achievement in the new dungeon. Basically, you're supposed to collect some artifacts as you're going through and make sure nobody dies. If anyone dies, you fail the hard mode. I'm trying to see if I can find it so I can show it to you guys, because I know it's a thing. And I'm wondering, did I actually forget to pull it off? I know the Kalimdor Cup is going on right now, but this is not exactly motivating me to go do it. Do I want to, see what it's like to fly through Kalimdor in Dragon Riding? Yes. But let's just say there are things that I kind of feel more pressed to go after and do. I actually never finished this, but I guess I can have my character go back to Suramar and finish doing the rep grinding in order to be able to get these if I want to finish off this set. Though, seriously, Blizzard, look, just come on. I know she's a demon hunter, but come on. It's like... And this is not, this is the case whether it, the males are also kind of like showing off their skin in these Demon Hunter sets, but geez Louise, like the females are even like more so. And I'm just like, ugh. Like this one here. Or this one here. And it's like, man, come on. This is why my Demon Hunter has a shirt underneath. Because she's not interested in showing off that much skin just because she can. Is it this one? Yes, here it is. Alright, so what you get here is this right here. Now, this particular set is not... I don't know if it's that impressive looking, honestly. It looks kind of cool. But you'll notice some of these are attached to the achievement. Now, some of the other armor sets for other classes are more impressive, like the plate one for like the Death Knight is really cool, but they all have this like infinite black and white look to it, which I think looks really, really cool. So, but let me go ahead and just see if I can pull it up for you guys. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one right here. Put that thing back where it came from. Again, I love the references. Within a single run, defeat all bosses in Dawn of the Infinite and restore 4 time-lost artifacts without any player dying on Mythic difficulty. Now, I don't know if this is a time-limited achievement, if this is something you can only do while this is, like, up. But I feel like only a select few are going to be able to pull it off now with how difficult it is. What I would think they may try and do instead is try and let it stick around for those of us to be able to farm it later on when it becomes easier. If it isn't PapaNeeks, the Grand Explorer, we were just chatting about those discs. From what we can tell, these discs are rich in information, but not in answers. Tyr was cataloging the life cycle and overall potency of the various proto-dragon phenotypes in the Dragon Isles, although for what purpose we're uncertain. In addition, he was keeping a considerable database on the role, disposition, and relative power of the aspects. Tyr's interest in the aspect seems logical, but the proto-dragons somewhat less so. But the fact that he went to such lengths to keep this facility and its contents a secret, that's the real mystery. Indeed.
I have answers if you have questions.
Our leads have dried up for now, at least until we can parse more information from those discs. Until then, stay observant and follow the clues. You never know where the next adventure will come from.
Keep an eye out for anything interesting.
And so that finishes the quest lines for, the quest that we can get via Renown. So, of these, I mean, it was interesting to be able to get that, but we didn't necessarily learn that much from the Dragon Scale ones. The ones that I really liked, and of course we had the 2 different ones, or was it just this one, when it came to the Tuskar. But the ones that I, of course, really liked were the ones in Onara involving the Green Dragonflight. Especially that one that involved us actually helping Ysera and Marithra and finding out about the new world tree and such. I thought that was really cool, really well done. So, that does it for those quest lines. And I'm glad that I finally am able to just kind of like wipe my hands of that and be able to say, alright, I finally got that done. So, when it comes to other story content, you'll even notice here, that thing at the top is gone. Yep, pretty much. There's like no other like story content. The only thing I have not shown you guys is the dungeon that I was just talking about. And as I said, I think it's actually much more viable for me to wait until the heroic difficulty for the dungeon comes out, which should be in a couple of weeks when patch 10.1.7 comes out. And that won't be the only story content that I'll be able to show you guys when that patch goes live, because it'll be the heroic difficulty for that dungeon, as well as the Heritage Armor questlines for both the Forsaken and the Night Elves, and some other stuff here and there as well. So, that's probably when the next time we'll be able to check in back with our, here in Dragonflight. Once I am able to actually, show you guys the story of that dungeon, then we can kind of continue the story, and it won't be in this playthrough I do the Heritage Armor questlines. That will be in the WoW Extra Stuff playlist, so head on over to that playlist if you want to see that, since that's where I usually do the Heritage Armor questline stuff over there. Until then, stay tuned.